Hi, we got a couple firsts today here at the homestead. We have two new arrivals from our guinea hens, first egg, and secondly, and very exciting, a AM Samani egg. Very
Woo!
first, very happy, very happy.
Right on. The
Yes,
Samanis are laying.
Samanis are laying.
Good day, good day. This is Steph from Let's Homestead Instead, and today I want to show you. The little chicks that we hatched out. Our second batch this year. Last batch we did, the first one, I was a little disappointed because I had actually purchased some um, Orpington eggs because our Orpingtons weren't laying enough, and we had to separate Mr. Blue, who was being kind of mean to the girls. Which, by the way, Mr. Blue is going to be rehomed, going to our half-acre homestead this weekend. But I want to show you the little chicks that are in the same family. Blue was actually purchased at R&R Farms, same place as these eggs. I got these eggs last time I went down there, put them in the incubator. Let me show you what I got. Because the first time what happened is none of them hatched. So he had to swap roosters and put a new one in there because his hadn't hatched either. Oh. Alright, so I have lavenders and I have darker ones, which will become probably like Mr. Blue. So look at this little guy, and he's so sweet. You know, I get really excited about hatching chicks. I know a lot of you out there do it with your eyes closed, but this is it's still new to me, and I mean, it's such a miracle of life. You know, to have just put these eggs in the incubator and you got these. Now this would be a lavender. Say hi, Mr. Lavender, Mr. and Mrs. I don't know, what are you? They're a little harder to sex, these ones, because they are very fluffy. Fluffy. And I'll try to show you. Now, sexing out chickens is very, very tricky, especially for heritage breeds. The way I learned how to sex them out is that when they're day olds, before the feathers grow in, females would have little paintbrushes. And this one here, I'm sorry, sweetie. This one here has the little paintbrushes. I'm not sure you can see this. You see these little paintbrushes? So hopefully you can see well. Let me lift this so that it makes a contrast here. So what we have here is little paintbrushes. Can you see? Can you see those paintbrushes? Okay, that would be a female. That's a female. Okay. This little white Sussex here. Look, no paintbrushes. No paintbrushes at all. That would be a little rooster. This is a light Sussex. And I was afraid for this little guy here because his legs were not that strong in the beginning. But seems to be doing well now. What are you? A girl or a boy? I think it's a she. So the Orpingtons, we got about 12 in there. Orpingtons and light Sussex. And on this side here, I had to put a board in there. I can show you. So I had to put a piece of cardboard in there so that I knew what was going to the sale, because we do these little sales on the weekends From spring to fall, we go to these small animal sales and sell our chickens. I say we do that. This is the first time we're doing it this year. We usually, last year, we were, buying stuff at the sales, and now we're actually going as vendors. So on this side here is what we hatched out from our own eggs, and what's going to the sale. We did really, really well with the Americanas. Let me show you. Feisty one. You need a feisty one. They are absolutely gorgeous. Look at the eyes. Beautiful little Americana right there. Female. And we have the darker ones. Now if you take a look at these, doesn't it look like an Orpington? Well, came out of a green egg, so it is definitely an Americana. I had to actually sit there yesterday, or stand in front of the incubator, and watch them hatch one by one to make sure I was putting them on the right side of the brooder, because the sale is this weekend. And of course we have our little leghorns. Little leghorns, yes, yes, yes. And the leghorns were actually hard to distinguish when they're born. They look the same as the light Sussex. So here I was. Okay, one was cracking, and sometimes it was like 5 at a time. And there were like 2 white ones and 2 dark ones. I really needed to keep an eye on those eggs and who came out of what until they were dry. Separate them into the brooder. Lesson learned. Next year, there are going to be 2 incubators. You've seen the one, the antique that Scott's working on. And all baby chicks that look alike will be separated in a different incubator, so we could just let it go and let them dry off without having to stand there and observe. Do not quote me on this information. I learned the same way you're learning right now, over the internet, through books, and sometimes you can make mistakes. But these are day-old chicks, and the little paintbrushes, that's the trick I like to stick with. All right, let me show you another trick, starting with the egg. An old friend farmer taught us how to sex out chickens even before the eggs are put into the incubator. So, it's so obvious. I can't believe I didn't think about this before. I actually asked a few farmers and old-time homesteaders and people I know that have been hatching out eggs for a very long time. Can you tell if it's a rooster or a hen right from the egg before you actually put it into the incubator? And everybody's answer was, no, I've never heard of that. And then this old friend farmer called René, he said, do you know how to sex out chicks before you, like from the egg? I said, what? So here's how we do it. And it's so obvious. I bet you some of you out there know. Okay, so for example, can you tell which one is a rooster and which one is a hen? This is an Americana egg and this is a leghorn. See how this one is very pointy? That would be a rooster. And this one, let me show you an even rounder one. This could be confusing, this one, but it's still pretty round. But see? Hens. And this here, this is precious right here. This is a A.M. Samani egg hen. And this here, this is a guinea fowl egg. But guinea fowl eggs are already very pointy. So I'm not sure this trick would work, but my guess would be that if it did work, this one here would be a hen and this one here would be a rooster. Because they're both pointy. They're always pointy, the guinea fowl eggs. Let's see in this basket here. This here could be tricky, but this would be a rooster. Hen, rooster. So this is Steph from Let's Homestead Instead saying take care, guys. Till next time.